Alright, welcome. We are getting started. Just getting everything set up. Make sure everything is working correctly today. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're gonna keep going with our Dungeon Crawler Carl painting. Alright. Let's see if we can get everything to actually work today. We had some technical difficulties yesterday, but we're gonna give it our best go. Gonna see what happens. Not seeing the chats showing up yet. There's supposed to be a little chat bar right here. I moved it today to be able to actually see what was happening, but I don't know yet. So far the alerts are not doing the things that they're supposed to do. We'll see. He's back at it. Yup. We are back to painting. Today is oil painting day. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see if we can. I don't think we'll finish it today. That would be amazing. I don't think we'll finish it today, but we're gonna give it our best go. Maybe I should start with the hearts, the red hearts on Carl. That'd be kind of funny. It'd definitely be like recognizable. Where's that one brush I was using? Yeah, this one. So far, this is not updating. Here. Well, I see there's a chat. It says, good morning. What's up? We are getting started on the oil painting stuff. Super excited. We do need some liquid. Who is this? This is Shrek fighting Lord Farquaad. That's what this is. This is my new Shrek painting. You voted for me 3 times. Good. All right. We got our mixing medium on here now. I've been like so nervous that just dumped some paint there. It's okay, most of it landed on my slipper and on a bag. That's okay. Fun. Alright. Let's start out by painting some little red hearts on Carl. I think that's a good way to start this one. Feels so good to be back to oils after painting with just acrylics for so long. Feels great, man. So as people are joining, just give a little rundown of what we've done so far, which is we did a full acrylic block-in. Did a full block-in with just Payne's Gray and like off-white color. Just to try and get everything kind of like figured out, where it needs to go and what it's doing. So now that we have this like almost finished acrylic painting, we can just go in with oils. I'm using oils now today, so we're done with the acrylics. Can't go back to acrylics. Acrylics are donezo. Now this is all just oil paint. We are painting Carl's iconic heart boxers. He ordered some. Nice. That's great. Yeah, I figured painting the heart boxers would be a good thing to start with today because they're iconic and anyone joining in will see that and recognize, oh, he's painting Dungeon Crawler Carl. So I'm just painting a bunch of little hearts. I'm still not seeing any Facebook chats. If anyone's on Facebook and you're listening, go ahead and just put a little hello there in the chat. Let me know if you're watching and if your message actually shows up. It's supposed to show up in this chat box here, which maybe I should. Oh, I put the chat box right where my print club thing goes. I wonder if I can move it. I didn't do anything. This thing is so janky. I don't know. You said hello on Facebook? Alright, it's still not working. Ugh, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. It's connected to Facebook and it still doesn't show up where I can see it. I'm logged into mine. Why it no work? I want to see the live chat. feel like if I reload it, it shows. But I don't know what to do about that. No one's commented on Instagram yet. Nope. Z commented on Instagram. I can't see that either. Awesome. Why won't you show me my messages? Kind of makes live streaming difficult if I can't read the chat. Dashboard maybe. No. Maybe I should just put in a message in Facebook to say like, hey, if you want to chat, pop on over to Twitch. Can't see messages here. Go to Twitch to read chat. Head on over to Twitch or YouTube. So I can read your chats. They don't come through on my end. Alright. Getting a free faster internet upgrade today. Let's go. That's great. Maybe if I put these guys up here. Yeah, I can't see Instagrams either. It's awesome. I'm gonna put this one down here. I just want to be able to live stream and actually be able to see what people are saying to me. Is that so much to ask? Is that so much to ask for? Apparently. Apparently that's a lot to ask for. It's pretty unreasonable of me. I know. Just asking for so much to just be able to read my own chat. I don't know why this thing doesn't work. I was really excited about using the iPad to stream from. But this is going to be kind of a pickle if I'm not able to read chat. I can read it on Twitch and YouTube. Comes through on those. It's just I know how to use Streamlabs. That's why I like Streamlabs, is I've been using Streamlabs for forever. I'd like to be able to keep using Streamlabs, but... And I'm like paying for the Streamlabs Ultra thing, so I mean I could cancel that subscription, but I like it. It usually works well. Need some blue. Need to be more purple. What's everyone up to today? Hope everyone is having a good day so far. really dark ones down here. Color time. Been so excited for this part. So excited. Like once I get over to this stage of the painting, this is all just kind of like fill in the blanks coloring book at this point. Like I already got all like the figuring stuff out done ahead of time. I did the figuring out the anatomy, figuring out what I was doing wrong, what I was doing right, and I already did all that. So now it's just a matter of painting, just doing the colors. And it is slightly like more tedious because this leaves nice. Oh, it's cutting off half my messages now too. Wow. Come on. This is annoying. I thought for sure that today I would get things figured out. And now it's doing the same stuff it was yesterday. It's doing the same things. It is annoying. Still can't read the Facebook and Instagram chat. Still cutting off half my chats. I like being able to stream straight from the iPad, but this is because like at least the internet's not dropping. Before that was my problem, was the internet was just dropping every like 2 seconds. It's not doing that anymore, thankfully. And now it's stuck in this save and update screen. Alright, let's try this again. So we can get this to work. Never enough time in a day. Nope, you're sure not. Alright, let's see if this works this time. It's weird because I can like hear stuff coming in, but it doesn't show me. Sad thing is I really do enjoy streaming a lot. Like I really like streaming. It's just, it never works. It never works like it's supposed to. It always got something wrong with it. every time. Like, why does it have to be like that? I just want to stream in peace. I want to be able to read my chats. I want to be able to hang out with my friends while I paint. Apparently that's just too much to ask for. Let's try some skin tone. Yeah, skin tone, let's go. This is called glazing. Just kind of scrub the colors over the top of where you know you want them. And it just looks amazing. Because we already did all that work before. Now when we paint the colors, it just looks awesome. Yeah. The blue undertone used for shading your straight gray. It's a Payne's gray. So it's not straight blue, but it's like a blue gray. I like to have just like a little bit of cool tone in there before I just do straight grayscale. Go. Looks cool. Got skin tone right here. Oh. Yo, thank you, Thomas, for the 99 stars. Let's go. And I cannot see chats. And Withering Creations, thank you for the gifts on TikTok. Appreciate you. I cannot see my chats. I'm having struggles with my Streamlabs right now. So if you want me to be able to see what you're saying, hop on over to YouTube or Twitch, and I'll be able to read your chats there, but it's not coming through on Facebook or Instagram. I'm also live on YouTube and Twitch, and I can see chats over there. Go. Got Carl's skin painted in now. Shading these color opposites and different shading has been amazing. Yeah, I've tried that a few times as well. I like it too. I paint so thin. I really struggle with doing the opposites thing. So it just takes me like 1,000 times longer. That's not working either. Maybe. Alright. I can at least see. Golly. I can at least see the Facebook page now. But if I can pull up Twitch over here. If anyone is on the Facebook stream and would like to send me messages, send little chats. I can't see the chats on Facebook. They aren't coming through. But if you pop on over to Twitch, let's see. Pop on over to Twitch. I can see chats over there. Alright. I see I've got people swiping through on Facebook, but I can't see your chats. Alright, now I've got the Twitch stream pulled up on my other monitor and the Facebook stream. The chats still aren't coming through, so don't know what that's about. Alright, let's start working on Mr. Juicer. He's got this kind of like green, kind of greenish skin. I think I want to use like a mix of maybe this like warm green. It's very yellow. I want like a cooler green, maybe like a sap green. A sap green and purple mixture. Might be kind of cool. Color theory. This is the fun part. Let's start with maybe using the dark green and purple and start filling in like the darker areas of his skin. All my brushes are just a mess right now. Let's see if I got anything up here. Thank you for the likes, I appreciate you. Even something like this, like a big old filbert brush to start splashing color around. Might be fun. Let's try this for a second. Just focus on the big brush for a little bit. Okay, so this is my green and purple mixture. I think this will be good for the shadowy colors of Mr. Juicer. Just want to get some color in here. Thomas. Happy mistakes going to work today was mine. Oof. Yeah. Going to work it's great fun. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you made it. Alright. Yeah, my stream has just been not working well today. It's not been doing the things that I wanted to do. There's one finger. Shadow painted in. I did hear another one, but nothing came through. I really want to be able to stream, but this is just it's being a big old pain. Nothing's working today. At least the painting looks cool. Yesterday's Twitch stream was crazy. It was awesome. We had someone come in and like raid me. This one guy dropped like 25 gift subs. It was awesome. Yeah, this hand is already looking a lot better. I'm so excited for this painting. Just having this one in my portfolio is gonna be awesome. See, I just paint so thin. That's my problem with trying to paint with the opposite colors is I just paint so thin with the oils. That's just always how I've painted. I know that like collectors, they like looking at the like original painting collectors, they always like looking at the texture of the paint and like the brush strokes and like watching them come off the canvas and all that. I just never paint with these big glops of paint, I guess. Hello from new internet, woo! Hello from restarted stream. We got the stream going again. Anyone on Facebook who's watching, if you want to pop over to Twitch, I can actually read your chats that pop up here. This is the only place that the chats come through for me, because I'm streaming from my iPad, so I can't see chats on Facebook. If you come over to Twitch, I commented on my stream with the Twitch link. I'll be able to see stuff on Twitch or YouTube. Two of my favorites I've seen you do is Jabaro and the one with the knight on that broken bridge in Mega Skeleton. Oh yeah, Discovery. And that's a deep cut. You've been around for a while. That's awesome. Appreciate you. is already looking so cool with the colors. You're the first person I followed once getting on TikTok was already on Facebook. Nice. I had a couple people tell me that recently, that they got on TikTok just to... I was like one of the first people that they followed on TikTok. That's cool. Appreciate you. Love those boxers. Yeah, I wanted to get the red painted in first. Now the hand is green. Yes, we're making progress. I guess he's a giant amorphic humanoid lizard guy, so gotta get the green in there. Make him look like a big green lizard dude. Make him look all buff and veiny. Give her the inspiration and motivation to keep painting. Yeah, my pleasure. I'm glad I can inspire you. That's awesome. Makes me happy. These veins going up here. It's kind of cool. I looked at a lot of pictures of the Incredible Hulk when I was planning this one. The green he chose, yeah, me too. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's really gonna make the juicer stand out. This guy's name is the Juicer, by the way. Some bicep in there. Is that from Warhammer? No, this one's from Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is it's a book. It's kind of a sci-fi fantasy book. Hey, thank you for the follow, Gabe. Gab the writer. Appreciate you. Mixing colors. Yeah, there's a challenge going on right now, hosted by the author who wrote this book, Matt Dinneman. And whoever paints the best fan art gets to have their artwork featured as like official merch on this like website where the author sells his merch for his book, which I think is super cool. Almost finished book 4 last night. Nice. Already followed you on Facebook and TikTok. That would join Twitch as well. Nice. Yep, that's... If you want to actually see when I'm live, it's... Following on multiple platforms is usually the best way to go. Because algorithms are tough lately. trying to actually let people know when I'm live is like the biggest challenge lately. It's just so hard to even let people know I'm live because no one sees my posts. Not trying to complain too much, but it is difficult to let people know I'm live when I'll post something and then like if people see it, it's like 4 days later. Sounds like a nice incentive. Yeah, the challenge is pretty cool. It's the winner, like the grand prize winner, there's gonna be like one big like $5,000 prize, I think, like a cash prize, and it gets to be official merch. And then the second place winner is like $1,000, and then the third place is like $300. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I was planning on painting some Dungeon Crawler Carl's fan art anyway. So yeah, this was just a good incentive to actually go make it happen. And even if I don't win, at least now I have this painting in my portfolio, which I'm super excited about. Follower of Dragons, how's it going? How'd you get started with painting? Self-taught, or did you take classes? I know you were studying with Dan. Yeah, so I was self-taught up until this last year, which was my 11th year of painting. So I self-taught up until then. I followed a lot of YouTube tutorials my first several years. I'd say my first 3 or 4 years, I was mostly following Kevin Hill. And I learned a lot from following his videos. That was mostly the landscape stuff. I was following Kevin's videos. And then from there, I just watched a lot of YouTube tutorials like Andrew Titchler and Proco for anatomy stuff, and Chuck Black Art also does a lot of really good not tutorials, but just art videos. So I watched a lot of videos and just painted a lot. That's the best way to learn anything, is just to do the thing a lot. So yeah, I just did the thing a lot for several years, and then now we're here. Now I'm doing this full time, which is pretty freaking cool. I mostly go to conventions, and I make a living by selling my art prints, and then the originals go for a lot. And the art prints go for $40. I also have my Patreon, so I live full time off of the Patreon as well. I guess I can move this guy back up here. This is the most recent one. This is Guardian of the Skies. Yeah, self-taught and studied under Dan Dos Santos, and now wife Shannon, she's taking classes from Dan. She's up there working on her project for him right now. He's got her painting Icarus, which is pretty cool. I like her own version of Icarus. So cool, I know. I agree. Pretty awesome. I think now that I've got most of the darks in here, I think I need to switch to that lighter kind of Naples yellow color to highlight some of these. Actually, I've got a little bit more dark that I can paint on his face. there. Is he swinging a dumbbell? Yeah. What's up, Ed? How's it going? I know another guy named Ed Art Studio. He just changed his name to Easelbound, so that's interesting. Yeah, he's swinging a big dumbbell. His name is the Juicer. It's a very silly character. There we go. A little bit more green up there. And then some green in here. I want his fingernails to be green. The Juicer, yeah, he's like a steroid pumper guy. he's like juicing up on steroids. He always says, bro. Some red in there a little bit. Not even red, just kind of a purple. Alright, I think I do need to switch to that Naples yellow color. Whew. Dungeon Lords, what's up? Is that the Dungeon Lords that I painted a lion for? Is that Mr. Coleman himself? Alright, cleaned off that brush. Now let's switch to this kind of bright yellowy color. You painted a beard line for you, man? Yeah. Yeah. Never had Dungeon Crawl color yet, but this painting is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it's really good. You wanna know what's popular right now? Go read Dungeon Crawler Carl. It'll give you a good insight onto the book community of what people are liking. It's all Dungeon Crawler Carl stuff. Yeah, that yellow looks awesome. Makes his hand look really bright. Kind of regretting not doing that warm red wash over it. I feel like it could have used something more. Luckily, it's not too late. If I decide I want to add a red wash over it, I can. I want it to be fairly blurry as we get off to this side. I think that'll look really cool. So like no really sharp edges over here, just kind of going into the blurry stuff. Add a little touch of red over here. Just get a little secondary Terminator color over here. The red. Maybe some Indian yellow. Just brown ochre. Try that. Can warm it up a little bit. Maybe Indian yellow. Brown ochre didn't quite do it for me. Cad yellow, that's kind of an orange. Here's an Indian yellow. This is nice. This is a very warm yellow. It's almost orange, but not quite. Just want to pop and say, hey, see progress, looking great. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have fun. This nice warm opaque color. Let's see if he's still here to see your nice comment. I don't know if he knows that you read it or not. I know he asked you on Instagram once, so let's see. In the same boat as Dungeon Lords, so much fun to see your work in progress. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's definitely much warmer than I was going for. I wonder if I need to tone it back with these warm colors. So I wanted to keep all the warmth right around Donut over here. Keep it mostly cool over here. Some more like blues and purples. I don't know, I can't decide. some like turquoisey pink colors. Got this one. It's kind of a nice light turquoise. I've also got this nice kind of permanent rose color. This one's really good. Need that mixed with some Payne's Gray. Look good. Payne's Gray is right here. Rose color. And the turquoise. No way you missed J.B. Coleman. 100 pages into the artist edition. Oh, you just missed him. He was here. The man himself. He didn't even know we had fans in here. Just waiting for him. Yeah, this turquoise I think was a good idea. It's definitely cooling it down a little bit. Got so many people that follow me on Twitch that don't even know that they're subscribed now. Got like 33 gifted subs yesterday on Twitch. It was great. So many people, they don't even know. They don't even know they could be using the amazing Chibi Aaron emojis designed by Shannon. I got no idea. See? No idea. They could be spamming those things right now. And they just have no clue. Don't know about that pinky still. I think I need more of a knuckle going on. Something like that. To be really bright over here. Just make it look like the light's just bending around this guy. Need a little bit of red up here. Not red, but like a nice warm pink color. Just warm it up a little bit. Kind of a mix in between the turquoise. And maybe just a tiny bit of red. Tone that back. Maybe some yellow. Didn't even try, just color match this. Oil and acrylic. Yeah, so it's acrylic underneath. And then this is oils. The color is oils, the grayscale is acrylic. Also, I got a clock going up here now so that when people are watching the time lapse, and I've got like 6 hours of progress in a day, and I put it all on time lapse at 100 times speed, it goes down to, what was it, 4 minutes at 100 times speed. You'd be like, you didn't really paint in, that wasn't really 4 hours or 6 hours of progress in 4 minutes. I can be like, yeah, clock right there. Yo, Andy, how's it going? Appreciate that. I'm supposed to be working background to foreground. And I hope you're well. I'm doing great. I am having a great time with this painting. I'm so excited about this one. I think it's gonna turn out so cool. Best painting you made in April, hands down. I think you might be right. I think you might be right. This may just be the best painting I made in April. Until that Painted Dragon print code piece. Does it only work to use acrylic on base and then details with oils? Does it work vice versa as well? No, you can only do acrylic first and then oils. Oils always have to be the last layer. Cannot do it the other way around. If you try and paint anything over the top of oils, it will just, the archivalness of the piece will completely diminish. It'll fall apart. The paint will just start kind of like peeling off the canvas after a few years. So definitely not recommended. And there's really no reason to do that anyway. Makes sense, won't cure. Yeah, the oil paint would not cure at all. And like the only reason to do this method is because acrylics are so fast and like they dry super fast, block in super fast, they're cheap. So that's why I used acrylics for the underpainting and then oil paints over the top. Not the other way around. It would be bad. Trying to color mix this background, make it interesting. This darkest right here. I want that to be a bit blurry. They work beautifully together. Yeah, you gotta use each medium to its strength and weakness. Because each one is good at something. But if you try and just use one or just use the other, you're gonna end up having a hard time. Like I know a lot of people who are great at just acrylics and who are great at just oils, but like I find that using each to their own strengths and weaknesses just works so much better. Like this, what I'm doing up here, this would be so hard in acrylics. Like trying to get this nice gradient background. That would be so hard with just acrylics. That'd be terrible. Looks kind of cool. Well, thanks everyone who's hanging out on Twitch. I appreciate you guys. This has been awesome. I love having my Twitch actually working well again. YouTube's going really slow today. I wonder if YouTube's working right. I'm gonna get on YouTube on this tablet. I have this really old iPad. It's an old, like, 2015 iPad. I'm using it for, like, looking at my reference picture, and I'm gonna see if I can still open YouTube on it. It's working? Alright, good. Thanks for checking on that. usually a couple people who hang out over on YouTube and chat over there, but everyone must just be hanging out on Twitch today, and that is okay. Live on IG. Yeah, no, I didn't bother. I tried earlier to do Instagram, and it just no one showed up, and then it broke, and it was a huge pain to set up because I have to like take the stream key every time. I have to get on my computer over there. I have to go into Instagram, hit go live from desktop. I have to copy paste the stream key into my wife's Facebook Messenger because that's just the easiest way to like grab a link from one device to another, and then copy paste it from Facebook Messenger on the iPad over into Streamlabs as a custom streaming URL, and hope that it works from there. And I have to do that every time. And so after the stream broke the second time, I was like, that's too much work for like 3 people to sit there and lurk. If I'm lucky. It was sitting at 0 viewers most of the time. And I was like, you know what? That's a lot of work for maybe 1 or 2 people to lurk for a few minutes. Like if I'm gonna go that much work, I want the stream to actually be doing something. I want there to be people to talk to. Seems kind of pointless if there's not. I don't know about that warm brown. Got this quinacridone magenta. Still got a little bit of this. I've been using the same tube of paint for like 4 or 5 years. That's how good this Winsor & Newton stuff is. There's a reason this tube of paint costs like $35. And now this one only cost $12. Nice. When I bought this, $12 tube of paint was like insane. Because I bought this years ago. There's still a little tiny bit in there. I need to get myself some more. And just squeeze out like a tiny bit. Let's see. My paint's gray. A little touch of that quinacridone magenta. Maybe some turquoise. I want this part up here to be pretty dark. I think the trick with this painting is going to be just like taking my time with the oil painting phase of it. So I tend to rush things sometimes. And yes, I do have a lot of other paintings to work on this month. Got one commission I need to finish by the end of the month, and then I also need to do the Painted Dragon Print Club April edition. That's gonna be fun. Start toning it back. I had an idea for the Painted Dragon Print Club April. I started it, but then after I did the sketches and then I did a quick mock-up in Blender, I wasn't really vibing with it anymore. I might revisit it, but then I had another idea just like yesterday or the day before. that I think would be much cooler. It involves a certain frog character that I painted a while back, and he's become a cult classic. Everyone's in there going, praise Tony. It's hilarious. Trying to do exactly what Dan Dos Santos tells me to do. Just paint background to foreground. Alex placed and you put Tony up in his background during his work Zoom at 8 a.m. Of course he did. Of course he did. I love that. It's crazy how color theory works. This seems like such a light color down here on the palette. Like I started up here. Yo, thank you for the follow, Savvy Fever. Such an inspiration to me as an artist. I talk about you all the time to other people. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. What kind of art do you make? You have an Instagram or anything to show us? Yeah, this is this color I'm working with now. And this is the color up here that is up here, and that's the gradient. That's just crazy. That is the crazy. Yeah, drop your link. As long as you got some artwork to show, anybody feel free to drop your links. I'd love to see your stuff. That's crazy. I'm working on more paintings this year though. My website is Savvy Sketches. And my portfolio in different mediums. Nice. Let's see if I can. Now you're doing like bleach painting. That's cool. You do crochet. Love that. Got some tear decks and boxes. These are awesome. Do some henna as well. Man, you do everything. These are awesome. Some dope murals. Digital painting. I got Elden Ring stuff in there and Baldur's Gate. It's an anime. Oh, that Sauron book one is awesome. Yeah, these are dope. Good job. Yeah, those are sick. Really good work. Thank you for gifting a sub, Saucy. Appreciate ya. Freaking out right now. Amazing. I'm reading through the Cosner right now. Do some physical art. That's sick. Brandon Sanderson loves fan art. Maybe not fan art in particular. He likes art. So I got to show him my Chasm Fiend, my Kelsier, and my Stormfather painting. That was awesome. Getting to show him my work. So much as now he looked at my work and like it. Oh, this. I'm always happy to check out some fellow artists' artwork. Thanks for sharing. It's really, really dope stuff. Let's see, this color is over here as well. I really need to get my Twitch commands back going. Have you connected with Isaac at all? I talked to him once. He came to my booth at Salt Lake FanX after I pretty much begged him to. I got to show Brandon Sanderson my work through standing in line. Got to meet him that way. And Brandon was like, I'll make sure this gets to Isaac. And so Isaac came over to my booth and got to chat for a minute, and I was just like, yeah, it's like my dream to work with you guys and to paint some official Cosmere art. Even just like a trading card, I don't care. I just want to paint something official for you guys. And he was like, oh, well, we get like 1,000 applicants a day, so stars kind of have to align to actually take on a new artist, but keep trying. And I was like, all right, I'll take that as a keep trying. So then I painted my Stormfather piece and my Kelsier piece and showed him there. Or I showed Brandon Sanderson last month in February at StoryCon. It's a very red purpley color. That really stands out. The purple's so much stronger. Ooh. Let's tone that back again. Let's add some yellow in there. Just kind of push it back. A bit of that. And back some Payne's Gray. Color mixing. You're doing it. I 10,000% believe in your ability to achieve that dream. Yeah, it'd be awesome. Every time I see them make a new like post about their Cosmere RPG or like the Stormlight RPG or the Mistborn trading card game, I get so much FOMO because I feel like I started trying way too late. I feel like I started trying like 2 or 3 years later than I should have to like do commercial work, because last several years I've mainly just been focusing on the convention stuff, and like conventions are awesome, they're super fun, but I've kind of like figured out conventions, you know. I've kind of figured it out, like how to make them work and how to make them viable, and profitable and all that. And so now I'm like setting my sights on things like working for Brandon Sanderson and it's like Matt Dinneman and trying to get these like authors' attention and trying to get client work, whereas the rest of the art world is now like, oh, conventions are a really easy way to make money. It's just coming together. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Appreciate you. That'll be the dream, bro. Yeah. It's like the rest of the art world is now set their sights on conventions, where I've kind of like, I found my stride there. I know what I'm doing at conventions. I do really well at conventions. And I make enough money at conventions to now start thinking about other goals, like book covers and trading cards and like Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. And so I just feel like it's kind of backwards from what all the other artists out there are doing right now, which is they're all trying to get away from the client work and away from the Magic cards and the book covers, because the client work is harder than ever to get, because there's 1,000 artists out there and the economy's hard and people are getting laid off and people are getting, they're losing their jobs, and so all the artists need the work, and all the companies that are hiring all the really good artists. And so that leaves all the more like beginner people, which like I'm talking to my Twitch chat right now, like you guys are here to watch me paint, but like I am a beginner in terms of like commercial art. Like I am not a professional artist in that sense. I am a professional artist in that I do like private commissions and I live full time off of my art. But like in the commercial art industry world, I am just a little tiny baby fish in a really, really, really big pond of really, really, really fantastic artists. It's also something I do at some point. I want to get some physical paintings done first. Also having a hard time finding a place for high quality prints, actually. Print your own prints. So here, I'm just gonna type this into the chat real quick so you can just go there. So I get mine from Signs 365. So that's where I get mine. They are fantastic. That's what these are. So, sturdy cardstock photo paper. This is 16-point cardstock. It's heavy AF. But yeah, you can get it front and back printed. So I get like my QR code, my branding, and then my signature on the back of each. On the back of each print. And yeah, you can get these for super cheap from that print shop. A lot of people gatekeep that, but I'm not gonna. It's like 6 people watching. I'm not gonna gatekeep that. Yeah, you have to apply. So when you click on that link, they're gonna ask for application or a login. You're gonna have to apply to be able to use their service. But once you just show them your website, show them that you need prints, they're gonna give you a call and be like, hi, do you have any questions? What are you looking for? And you'll be like, I need prints. And they'll walk through how to do don't tell them you need posters. Tell them you need the handheld paper prints. Because they have this like poster section, but that's more meant for like the big, like 24 by 30 giant posters, and those cost a lot more. But I would recommend getting 12 by 18 size, or 11 by 14, or 11 by 17, whatever aspect ratio. I use 11 by 14 and 11 by 17 the most. You can get all the way up to 18 by 28. I think you'd get 11 by 14. Yeah. 11 by 14 is a great size for prints. Most people are able to just grab those and hang them right up. Charge $40 for them, at least. They are archival ink, so you can market them as giclée. Don't charge any less than, I'd say, like, if you're okay with charging 40, please charge 40. Don't charge any less than like 35. We need more artists out there who are willing to charge for their art prints. Let's see. Top part is looking awesome. With the other pieces, the colors don't come out very accurate. Even change it to CYMK and it's coming out. It wasn't coming out right. Yeah, sometimes you gotta check out your like monitor settings as well when you're editing your files. Gotta check out your monitor and see what's going on with your computer's screen or your iPad's screen. Because the iPad does change what things look like. Like Dan Dos Santos, he hates iPads because they always jack up colors. I found personally, people don't care. I'm trying more affordable things because the bleach stuff is getting expensive. Pressure's on you. Yeah, bleach is awesome. Super fun to make. I would never sell bleach. Like bleach projects, I would never do that. That is too much work. I've done a couple of really cool bleach projects myself. It is so much fun. I love wearing them. I love showing them off. I would never try and sell bleach art. That is way too much work. So props to you for doing that. I don't have any done here. I'm trying to think where I could even pull up a picture of that. Would that be on Drive somewhere? Bleach. No. Witch King. Yeah, I don't know if I could find that. Where would it be? Moving away from it this year. I've been selling them for like 2 years and done. That's crazy. That is crazy. Selling bleach art for 2 years. That's so much work. What's my following? But I don't want to put into a niche since I like to do so many different mediums. I know if I start posting other things, I'll probably lose some followers, but I think in the long run it'll be better. Yeah, I've had to do the same thing. I used to just do Lord of the Rings art, and it was awesome. I love painting my Lord of the Rings stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. I'm not gonna be able to find it, I'm sorry. I need to go find my reference again. There we go. Yeah, I got locked into a Lord of the Rings niche. I love my Lord of the Rings art. Don't get me wrong at all. I love painting Lord of the Rings. But it's become the only paintings that, like, the original sell. for anything near what I want for them. And so I really had to take a step back. Yeah, I did the bleach stuff several years ago, so it's very, very buried somewhere. No idea where. Yeah, I had to step away from the Lord of the Rings stuff because it's all that I could move. It's all that would find homes. It's all that would get any sort of likes or comments. So I'm actually, I've been having to take a deficit on my social media, big time, because I just haven't been posting as much of my Lord of the Rings stuff as I used to. And so I am in kind of a pretty steep decline on social media. But that's because I'm trying to build up a following of people who are just here for Painted Dragon Studios art, rather than here for, oh, that's the Lord of the Rings guy, you know? I don't want to just be the Lord of the Rings guy. I want people to like my art because it's my art. That's why I started doing the Painted Dragon Print Club. I started my Patreon. It's a real thing. I think ultimately, right, people will be following you for you. Yeah, and they already are. And the more original stuff that I've been doing, the more I have been selling more original stuff. So, that's encouraging. Let's see. Praise Tony. It's your year of the dragon instead of year of Frodo, exactly. Next year is the year of Tony. No, next year is going to be just fantasy stuff in general. Normally sell your original work at cons or online. Lately, it's been mostly cons. I've also raised my prices a lot. So I'm not really selling a lot of originals right now in general because I have raised my prices a lot because I do really well at cons. I always try and intro this conversation as I talk about conventions and talk about the money I make at those, because a lot of people will think that I'm bragging or trying to show off or whatever. Which if you've ever heard me talk about conventions or whatever, I am very open and transparent about the money that artists can make at cons. And so as it just to preface what I'm about to say, it's not to brag and it's not to show off and say I'm rich or anything, because I'm not rich. I am comfortable, which is awesome. It's great to be comfortable. It's great to not have to worry about month-to-month bills and about worrying about if I can afford Taco Bell, you know? If I want Taco Bell, I can go get Taco Bell. If I want to take my wife out to a nice dinner, I can take my wife out to a nice dinner. We don't go crazy or anything. Anyway, I'm rambling. If I make less than 5 to 8 grand at a single weekend at a convention, I'm probably not coming back. That's about to the point where I am with conventions, is that I try at a good show, I usually can average at least 8 to 13K in profit at a decent show. That's not total gross, that's net. I'm often able to net anywhere from 14 to 18K. I've gotten up to 25K twice. And again, that's not to brag. That's not to be look at me, I'm amazing. No, that's in context of talking to other artists, saying, hey, this is how good conventions can be if you do them right. So that's a hopefully like inspire you to go and do conventions. Did you make your first con, and did you decide it was worth the pursue cons? So I did Planet Comic Con in Kansas City 3 times before I started getting on the road and doing a lot. My first time at Planet Comic Con, I did about 2,500. My second time at Planet Comic Con, I did about 4,500. And then my third time, I did about 6,300. And this year was my 6th year, and we've averaged 13K there the last 3 years in a row. And this past year actually doubled up. It was the same weekend as C2E2, and so I went up and did C2E2, and then wife stayed here and did Planet Comic Con, which was awesome. Math on how much inventory you have and priced accordingly. Yeah. Yep. And thankfully, like, inventory is nice because what you don't sell at one con, you can just bring to the next one. I need to start trying cons. Yeah, why not? That's what I'm saying is, like, if you're an artist who wants to make money on your art, go and do cons. It is the place to be if you want to make money on art. 100%. Like, I really don't know of a better way to make money on art besides, like, landing the most massive high-end client that gives you consistent work for years and years. Like, you get good at conventions, you've made it. And again, I'm not sitting here and like saying like, oh, I made it, whatever. Like, but I am living quite comfortably. And we have savings put away, we have a retirement fund going. We're starting to look into like investing in stocks and bonds, and like it's awesome. Met Alex Bretman and gave him a jester hat and some prints. We swear I got a booth at a con I have to do at some point. Do it, yeah. No, you definitely should. It is so much fun too. Like, just being like in that environment. It's awesome. I love it. Alright, getting these laser beams is gonna be fun. Super fun, can confirm. Yeah. My buddy Luke here, Cook My Face, he comes and helps me out at conventions. He's done a couple of conventions with me now. It's great. You think my work is like at the level needed to make money? Dude, yes. Yes, your work is great. There's nothing wrong with your work. I know so many people, and like, I don't want to like throw shade at anyone and like say that their artwork isn't awesome, but I know so many people, I'm not going to say any names, that they just like fart something out and are like, finished art, and I'm like, dude, and they make so much money. They make so much money. Hold on. I'm live on Facebook right now, so I can't type any names or anything. I was gonna send you to a specific website of someone that makes way more than me, and it's not because of the art. Like, they don't make more than me because of the art. They make more than me because they're fantastic business people. Can I help? It'll show up in the... Here, I'll turn it off. I would just hate... This person follows me, so I would hate for them to see it. Leighton, you know the person with... If I just do this... Do you know who I'm talking about? I complain about them all the time. You can type it in the Twitch chat and it's not going to show up anywhere because I hid the chat from the view. And then I'll turn it back on when it's scrolled up past. So confidence boost when you see someone that is talented to make money because you're like, oh, I can sell my work. No, honestly, like that's why I started like having the confidence that I do, because I know people who are like doing amazing. Here, now, actually, since I hid it, I can just type it into the chat. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up their website and I'm just gonna copy paste it. Alright. Let's pull up one that's just like... Okay, and like this guy's not terrible by any means. Like his stuff it's not bad. Oops. It's not bad at all. It's just like, yeah, I do have 10 people watching. So again, let me preface this, and I know this person only follows me on Facebook, so I'm not worried about them seeing me. I'm not worried about seeing me like dissing them. And I'm not dissing them. I'm saying these guys are fantastic business people. They're fantastic business people. And they really know how to make a lot of money at cons, and they do amazing at it. And I will that's the props I will give to them. So check it out. And if you think I could paint something around that skill level, which Savvy Fever, yes you can, you're gonna do great. You just gotta go to some conventions, see like what other people are doing, how they're doing it, see how their setup looks, see what they're doing right, and yeah. What are you saying yay about? Get these laser eyes looking laser eye-esque. The trick is to just leave that white part in the middle. The chat was on. It's not showing on for me. Oh, whatever. It just turns off for me. That's fun. Yeah. Oh, and like if that person sees me, or if someone knows who that person is that makes that art, I think they're amazing business people. And I will say that. And leave it at that. Also using oils or acrylic. So the underpainting is acrylic, and then the colors are oils. we'll get some red in there. Make it look nice. I want Donut to look like she's glowing. She's gonna look great once I get the colors on her too. Do I have a favorite piece? Ooh. I've got several favorite pieces. If I could quickly and easily pull up pictures of some of them. I really like this one. It's not my favorite piece in general, but it is a favorite. This one always used to be my answer when people would ask if I had a favorite. Call that one Old Friends. Favorite piece. I feel like I'm just seeing the same paintings over and over again. I have Onward to Adventure in here. Yeah, this one's been one of my favorites for a while. It's just very warm and happy. Most of my best pieces are going to be Lord of the Rings, because that's just what I've painted the most. Samwise the Brave. This is my favorite epic piece. I got one on my desk at work, yeah. This is my Samwise the Brave. And then, I have meditation in here. Here's the 3D reference of Tony. Man, my blender skills have come a long way. I don't know if you've seen this one, Luke. That was the initial mock-up of Tony. That's amazing. That's hilarious. There's Tony. Yeah. This one is that's the cult favorite. Yeah, it turned out very different from the initial mock-up. I'm really proud of this one. Alright, back to my reference. Yeah, so that was my initial mock-up for Tony. This is my initial mock-up for this one. So 3D sculpted, 3D modeled, composited, texture painted, rigged, posed, lighting, volumetrics, camera work, all that stuff. Alright. What can I do with some more purple? Guess I can keep working my way down for the background. My blender skills took steroids, I know. I love knowing how to use Blender. It's so satisfying. go to art school or anything. Nope, just smart school. Smarter art school. Just a 1 semester mentorship. I did a Blender one to learn how to do that 3D stuff, and then I did Dan Dos Santos' class on composition and painting skills and all that. So I've taken 2 smart school mentorships, but before just choking on my own spit. Before that it was just whatever I could pick up from YouTube videos and learning from other artists and lots of practice. That's the main thing, is just lots of practice. I really wasn't planning on this like really heavy purple background, but I kind of like it. I don't mind it at all. I appreciate the like 2 people that have been hanging out on TikTok and watching. Thanks for being here. TikTok stream is a great way to keep my recordings in one spot, so I can just go in and I can download the TikTok live, like the live replay. Maybe using a skin tone for this highlight was not the best option. Ties it together though. Maybe a bit of red. Just kind of warm it up a bit, and then maybe color choices. Throw a bit more blue in there. One more week. Man, Chicago feels so long ago. I just mixed up this new color and it looks so similar to this one. Because color theory is hard. To darken that back up. Feels like forever ago. Yeah, it really does. Still stuck at the airport because I missed my flight. Dude, I was so worried about that. I was so worried you were gonna miss that flight. I just made a dark green. That is not what I was trying to do. Let's warm it back up. Just make kind of a dark red. Some blue in there. Color mixing. So I text you so fast, it was easy. Yep. Easier time than when I left even. Yeah. Darken this back up. I wonder how my Reddit post is doing. I posted a work in progress of this piece on the Dungeon Crawler Carl subreddit, and within like 45 minutes, it was already at like 200 upvotes, with like 30 comments. I'm real curious to see how that's going. also posted it in a Dungeon Crawler Carl Facebook group. It was doing pretty well there as well. 421, let's go. 37 comments, nice. It means people are aware of it. I hope that it gets votes. So for anyone watching that is not aware, I'm doing this piece for a contest for it's like an apparel contest. So I'm gonna enter this in that contest and see if I can get Matt Denneman's eyes on it, and if it wins I get a cash prize and it becomes official merch, an official merch design for Dungeon Crawler Carl, which would be awesome. One of the worst feelings ever, I saw this one piece and wanted to make my own version of it. I tried using it as a reference and then realized it was AI. I almost did it, but through my iPad. That sucks. It's, you know, like using AI as reference, there's a lot of different views on that, on like, is that just as bad as like AI generating it yourself? Is it something that like you could draw inspiration from? Yeah, back in the day before Midjourney became popular and controversial, I was unaware of like the ethical issues of all of it. So preface this by saying I didn't know. I dabbled a bit with like painting pictures of AI generated images. And again, this is before it was controversial. This is before it was like the ethical issues were well known. So I don't do this anymore. I am very anti-AI, very, very, very anti-AI. But back in like 2021, I dabbled with it, and what I realized was I was atrophying my composition skills really hard. Like, in that I was like, the ability to come up with this from imagination, and like my frog character, like just from imagination, like Samwise the Brave from imagination, like doing the sketching and doing the sculpting, setting it up in Blender, all this stuff. I realized that I was like super handicapping myself by just using an AI generated image as a reference, because it was just doing all the work for me. Same with like using movie screenshots as reference. Hold on, this is really loud all of a sudden for some reason. Can't hear myself think. But yeah, that's what I found with using the AI images as reference for a painting, which I don't think anyone, even nowadays, would care. Like, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't mind, but yeah, it's the idea of like knowing how to do something and being able to do it well, and using AI as reference was just kind of negating all of that learning process. And like, if there's someone out there, or if there's someone watching this who's like, oh, I use AI as reference, and if you're just using it to learn how to paint and you just need a good reference to follow, I'm not going to sit here and shame you for it. I don't condone the generating of the images, but like, if you're throwing pictures up onto a mood board and you're just scrolling through Google Images and you're just dragging and dropping stuff into a PureRef document, like a reference generating, or like a reference board of just like ideas, and there happens to be an AI generated image in there too, if something inspires you, be inspired by it. I see, and this isn't me saying I use AI or anything like that. I see AI generated images and I go, okay, that's dope. I hate that is a stolen image. I hate that that's a fake image. I hate that looks good. I wish that it didn't look that good. But if I see something that I like and I go, I have an idea now. I now have an idea of a painting that I could do that might look something similar to that, and I go and compose my own scene. I don't see any issue with that. As Brando Sanders said, it's putting the destination before the journey, even if it was ethical. 100%. He says totally handicaps our creativity and abilities. Working on, definitely inspired by that piece. As mad as it makes me, yeah. No, it's a bummer. I'm like when I'm scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or something, and I see something that looks really cool, and then I see, oh crap, this is AI. It is frustrating. So I definitely feel that. It's frustrating to have our work just taken and chewed up, spit out into something new, but it's not even new. It's just a regurgitation of real artists' work. And that sucks. It's frustrating. I wish that wasn't the world that we lived in. Mark out some dark areas. Throw some of this red in there. Some blue. More pins gray. Yo, Sukunabiko. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate ya. Thanks for appreciating finding artists. I do like to try to find the original pieces and get used to create the. Yeah, no, I like to do that as well. Finding like where that dope painting came from, because most like really interesting looking images like that, they probably came from something real. They probably originated from something that was actually a real piece of artwork, and that's sad that that's the case, but it also means if you can find them, then you just found some new inspiration, you found a new artist to follow, and that's awesome. Yeah, and there's some like really skilled artists who have no problem using AI as reference. And, you know, if they're okay with that and they don't feel like that is ruining their experience and they're finding joy in it, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to tell them that they aren't a real artist because they're using AI as reference for their paintings. It makes me a bit disappointed. Like I would 1,000% rather see someone who knows how to paint really well actually using their skills. But, you know, people are going to do what they're going to do. There's nothing we can do about that. All we can do is keep making our own art and do our best with what we know how to do, and we can make some super dope stuff. I'm loving this background. So I've pretty much just done the background so far. I gave Carl his signature boxers to let people know what I'm doing. And then I worked on Juicer's hand for a bit, and then I was like, why am I doing that? I need to paint this background first. So I'm trying to do what my art mentor told me to do, which is paint the background and then paint the foreground. Background to foreground, background to foreground. So usually when I'm painting, I just kind of just do whatever. Just kind of jump all over the painting and let's see. I keep warming up my color too much and making it too bright. I need to stick with this really dark. So it's like brown, blue, and red mixture. Makes this nice, almost black color. looks good. The darker I can get the outside of the painting, it's gonna make this bright parts look super, super bright. Oh, we made waffles. Nice. I made waffles this morning too. They were delicious. I made banana and I can't use peanut butter because my wife is allergic to peanuts. So I use sun butter. Used bananas and sun butter and whipped cream, and I had chocolate syrup and maple syrup. So the first layer I put the bananas in the maple syrup, or no, the bananas and the chocolate syrup, and then the second layer I put more bananas, and then the first layer I also had the sun butter. And the last layer I had the more bananas and then maple syrup and then whipped cream on top, and it was delicious. Which make the hair with way too much movement, but it's fun to paint that way. No, it's fun. I'm trying really hard to paint hair. I'm not very good at painting hair, but I'm trying to get better at it. I actually made my reference pretty good this time. Bananas, strawberries, nuts, butter, maple syrup with cream bacon, whipped cream and bacon, or whipped cream bacon. What is cream bacon? Can you something come up? All right, good, because I still haven't cleared out my truck. Honestly, ain't gonna lie, I remembered this morning that you were coming, but I was like, oh, I'll have time. So I haven't thought about that in like the last 2 or 3 hours. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours? Yeah. Just let me know. Hey, Twitch is going great today. Thanks everybody for being here. My last like several months of streaming, I usually only have like maybe 3 or 4 viewers. So thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna become the biggest art streamer on Twitch someday. And everyone's gonna come up to my booth and be like, I'm a Twitch subscriber. And I'll be like, discount for you. For you and only you. I'm gonna do buy 2 get 1 free. I do buy 2 get 1 free for everyone. In person. I'll be like, yes, just for you, my friend. Special deal. I lived in Guatemala for 6 months, and the thing that the salesman would always say in like the street markets, they'd always say, special deal for you, my friend. And the joke is that it's special because I'm white. And the Guatemalans see a white person walking around a street market and they go, this guy has American money. Which, what was it? 14 quetzales for $1. So the exchange rate was pretty heavy. So like if a Guatemalan sees an American walking around, they're just like, oh, this guy is loaded. I'm gonna target the crap out of you. And then all of our like Guatemalan friends would be like, don't buy that thing, he's scamming you. Special deal for you, my friend. Original oil painting, 20K. Yes. What a bargain. Special only for you. I feel like I've spent half of this stream just color mixing. That's okay. Because this is looking awesome. Okay, do need it to get a little bright over here. It needs to stay really dark over here. And then need to get a little darker up in this area. And this level of dark is probably good. I do need this to be darker though. Just gonna kind of smear some of that around. I want this kind of like bloom effect going on. And I can start warming it up a little bit. Some like blues and reds. Like a nice like slightly brighter reddish color. It looked so bright on my palette. Not bright at all. Cashew. Put some cashew. She's cashew. It's a nice color. The lid is very stuck. All right. Cashew. Let's mix some cashew in here. There we go. Toss some red in there. Some pink. This is going to get much darker. TikTok's trying to give me this AI summary. It says, painting a scene with Carl from Dungeon Crawler. Suggest a pose for the character. TikTok AI, we are way past that. We are way past suggesting a pose. We moved past that like 3 or 4 days ago. Not spot on this time. Make the thumb bigger. Oh. I think his thumb is just the right size, okay? I think it's actually just the perfect size. Yeah, sometimes bigger can just be a lot. It's a good thumb as is, see? Thumb is just the right size. I'm so nervous for this part. As it's coming up to Carl. I've been procrastinating this for so long. It was incredible as always. Thank you so much for your kind words and advice and everything. Can't wait to see how this turns out. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Anytime you ever wanted to talk shop on Comic Cons or whatever, I got you. I'm always happy to talk shop. Bye. Hope you make some dope art and be excited to see it. Blend this up. Try not to have it blend in with the leg too much. How big is this canvas? This one is 18 by 24. Been trying to paint more that I can fit in a suitcase with me. So I've got some shows coming up, like IlluxCon is a show I've got coming up. It's in Pennsylvania. So I'll need to fly to that one, but it's a very original art heavy convention. And it seems like most of the art that sells at IlluxCon is original oil paintings. So I'm trying to paint more that I can fit in my suitcase, which 18 by 24 is about the max. We have that on your calendar? No, I might not. I thought I did. But now that I think about it, I might not. I'll need to remember to look into that later and see. Because I don't even remember what the dates are. So I'm going to have to look. See what that is. It's sometime later in the year. It's not for a while. It's called IX Arts in Reading, Pennsylvania, or Reading. Five-day show, is it? Dang, I didn't even know. I just know I signed up for it. It's I know that the show that I'm in is the evening showcase, so it's not like the main show. So I don't know if the main show or if the evening showcase is a 5-day show. But it's mainly one it's made for like going and like making connections. It's not really designed to be like a go and sell a bunch of prints type of show. It's more of a go and meet your favorite artists and chit chat and meet and greet. And then the evening showcase is just to give other artists a chance to show their stuff and like hopefully pay for their costs of going to the show. Friday, Saturday evening for showcase. Yeah. So I'll be bringing some originals and probably a few canvas prints, but I might do like some like embellished canvas prints just to make them a bit more special. It's like the audience for that show is going to really just be there for the original stuff. But my originals ain't cheap. There's people there buying like original Boris Viejo, and like Dave Palumbo goes there, and I think Dan Dos Santos has gone there, and Julie Bell, James Gurney, like big guys. Go. Just kind of jumping all over the place with this one. I've been working on this background for over 2 hours. I guess the first like 30 minutes of the stream today was me just trying to figure out how to get the stream to work. So that's something, I guess. Can't cover up the foot too much. I am going to a 5-day show here in like a month or two though. Origins Columbus. That one's gonna be crazy. I think it's a 5-day. Yeah, I think that Origins Columbus is gonna be my first 5-day show. It's gonna be exhausting. But hopefully it will be awesome. I know a couple people who have gone to Origins Columbus and it's become their record show. It's another one of those big like tabletop gaming conventions, like Gen Con. These 5 days, that's wild. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. But thankfully I've got a friend who's gonna let me stay with them so I don't have to worry about hotel. Hardest part's just gonna be getting there. Columbus is like a 11 or 12 hour drive. But once I'm there, it's fine. My friend has a nice like camper. He's got a camper out in his driveway. So he lets me stay in that when I have shows in Columbus, which is really nice. And if it goes really well this year, if I'm able to re-up for it, I might have him proxy it for me next year. So he did mention he's looking for more shows to proxy at. And since he's local, that would be really nice. I could just send him a bunch of my prints and he'd just be set up to kind of run the show for me that week next year. Seven-day chunk for you. Yep, because I gotta drive and then I gotta do the setup and do the show and then drive home and then sleep when I get home. It's a lot. As I go up this way, I want to start adding more like blues and greens into the values and colors. So it's so much easier with opaque color. Blend that in with the darker colors. This whole background to be pretty blurry. It looks crazy right now, but just gotta trust the process. Jamie and her creation center, you're awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you. No, you're awesome. Getting these two areas to blend together is the next challenge. There we go. It's starting to look a bit more cohesive. a little bit. See, that already made the hand look a lot better. That looks great. Now the TikTok AI says, painting a background for a tabletop gaming convention, suggest a color to use. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not going to suggest a color to use. And this is not a painting for a tabletop convention. It's just a painting that I'm doing that I will bring to a tabletop convention, maybe. Lighten this up a little bit. The trick is to paint a background or foreground so that when you paint the details on top, it shows up as much brighter. And it shows up as much more cohesive. You don't have to worry about like painting background over details that you paint in the foreground. So I'm trying to actually paint background to foreground with this one because it really needs that. This one's coming right up to the edge of the canvas. Blur that out a bit. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty cool. Just toss some of that color around while I had it on the brush. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. And I hope you're enjoying just listening to me talk to myself for a while. That's okay. As long as y'all are still having fun. What are you guys up to? I know I got a few people watching me still, so what are you guys up to? What are you doing right now? Just chilling at home? Are you at work? None of the above. He's on a work call being a boss. Yeah, that makes sense. Good for him. I'm glad he enjoys his job. I love that this is my job. Holding a baby and watching. Nice. Yeah, y'all did say you like the chill streams. Edit IX Art Evening Showcase on Canva. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Little bit of blue going on down here. It'll make more sense once I get the legs painted. I'm gonna push those legs back a little bit, so it's mainly just like the face, torso, and hand that are in focus, and then Donut, and then Carl's arm and head and fist, and then his leg right here. Everything else will be kind of blurry. Probably put some of this blue up here. I feel like if I'm gonna have that blue up there needs to be something to tie it together. I need some blue down here. Come down here. Your portfolio on IX Art looks cool. I've seen David and Goliath. Yeah. I forgot what I put on there. I probably got some new pieces to add since I uploaded that. The IX Arts Facebook page is like, pretty sure they're like a fan of my work because they've posted my stuff on their Facebook page like twice. Like they shared my time lapse of me painting my color study for my commission. I was working on this one. I posted a time lapse of this doing my color studies, and IX Arts Facebook page like shared this on their page. I was like, what? This is unexpected. Like usually you need to like pay for that kind of promotion. It's pretty rare that a convention will just like share stuff just for the sake of sharing stuff. Especially a fine art show. David Lefker, Kelsier, Fall of a King, interesting, Lion's Roar, and Prince of the Forest. Okay. Yeah, I want to add some more. I want to add this one and this one, and then maybe this one once I finish it. I need to post my student portfolio on Smart School. I'm kind of an idiot for not doing that yet. Because like I have a friend who got a gig with Magic the Gathering because she posted her student portfolio on the Smart School website. And some Wizard Drops just hit her up through her email. They were like, hey, we saw your stuff on the student portfolio thing, and we think you'd be a great fit for this set. And that she got a whole freaking set of Magic cards. Like, that is literally the dream job for, like, every artist, is getting a whole set of magic cards. Like, that's such an opportunity. That's just so cool. Trying to make kind of a greenish color for this need to reflect down. We get to change your portfolio a couple times a year, right? Yeah. That's the same reason I haven't posted a Magic the Gathering portfolio piece on their website either, because I'm always like, oh, what if I paint something that's just, absolutely banger? And I just posted my portfolio. Now I have to wait like 6 months to be able to post it again, or to be able to add anything. So I'm like, oh well, I'll just wait to update my portfolio until I just know that I've got 5 pieces that are just absolutely killer, And now it's been months and I still haven't updated it at all. Still haven't posted anything since last year on my student alumni portfolio. Still haven't hit Nicholas up to help me build my website yet either. I told him like a week ago I was gonna hit him up and be like, all right, let's make this thing happen. And I didn't. I spend all my time painting, which is awesome. I love that I spend all my time painting, but there's so many other like business related things that I need to do that I just haven't done. It's good to be doing though. Yeah. I think this piece specifically, like, this is a really good one to work on. Because that contest is going to be cool. And I've been wanting to paint this piece for a while anyway. Even if I don't win, even if I don't place, even if the author doesn't even see it, just having this one, having it painted, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, he will see it. I just want him to like comment on it. I want some sort of reaction, That'd be ideal if I could get some sort of reaction. Even if it's just a comment or like hey, this guy painted this. This is cool. Let Clip show up to his house in boxers with it. He could, he's a Seattle guy. It's gonna look so cute in him. Let's see. needs to be more blended out. Did you really order them? That's hilarious. I need a bright yellow color. It's just like pure yellow and white. I'm gonna try and blend this area out. You want this like crazy backlit effect going on. Go to timeout. Bring this light color back down. Part needs to be darker. Probably not the color to use there. Oh, it's way too dark. Trying to mix just the right color. Don't really know what I'm going for. I'm just mixing paint until I get something that looks maybe good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. That's kind of what I was going for. least. There we go. I need to somehow get this to look not so crazy. Can I do anything with this color while I have it? Maybe down here. I think once I get this layer of background done, I can start working on the characters, which is nice, but I think the backgrounds layers are gonna need some glazing to really like bring out that contrast. What does glazing mean? It means taking some transparent paint and like washing it over the top of the paint that's already there. Yeah, and saying positive things to encourage them. That's it. No, it's just like washing color over the top. There's glazing and then there's scumbling. So glazing is transparent colors and then scumbling is opaque colors. And that's just like, it's like taking layers in Photoshop or Procreate. Like if you know, digital art, take layers and you kind of like manipulate the layers, sliders and whatever. It's kind of like doing the same thing, making a layer darker, lighter, more opaque, less opaque, more saturated, less saturated. Take some pink. I'm gonna scrub in between here, try and merge these layers a bit. So like prompt writing? Yeah, exactly like that. You just say, okay, now make my painting look better. And then the layers make the paint look better. Make my painting look better. No, people actually do that. They'll use AI to like, they'll feed their painting into it and they'll be like, all right, now make this look better. And the AI will be like, all right, try changing this thing and adding this and taking this. It's like, okay, but you didn't do any of that. I think we're getting somewhere. I think we are getting somewhere. It's a little more work, then I can sign up and start Blender. Yeah. You can make milkshakes, you can make smoothies, you can make applesauce. What else do you make in blenders? I don't know. So excited for you to get to use your new blender though. You should make a blender. Yeah, it'd be pretty easy. Just take a cylinder and then scale down the bottom and then duplicate that and then scale it down to be the lid and then duplicate the blender again and then scale it down and make the base of the blender. And then you could just take, for the blades, just take some planes and turn them and then they look like they spin. That could be pretty easy. I still never put the red around the lasers. I want those to actually look like bright laser beams. Wonder who else watching the stream. I've got a lot of lurkers in here. Hi guys. Appreciate you being here. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're having fun lurking. Usually when I stream on Twitch, I have like 2 or 3 viewers total. And 1 or 2 of them is me. Unable to verify. Come on. TikTok was like, are you still there? I'm like, yes. Yes, I am. Believe it or not. Just need a little bit of red. And try and make these lasers magic missile eyeballs. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it could look cool. There's this bird outside that's just screaming right now, and I don't like it. Hope I stay awake. Oh, what time is it over there? It's almost 9. Oof. So that appointment's gonna be like in the middle of the night for you. That's rough. That is tough. Stayed up talking pretty late. Yeah. Talked again 3 a.m. this time. Oh my gosh. Y'all are crazy. Alright. It's not exactly what I had in mind for this, but it looks kind of cool. I think I can definitely make it better. You guys in Seattle, so you're crazy too? Oh, I never said I wasn't crazy. Never said that. We're definitely crazy. Okay, that's a lot. That is a lot. Actually looks kind of cool too. add some like warmth to them, see what that looked like. Alright, I think I'm about ready to start working on the background. Or start working on the characters. Like I could probably do more background work, but I think at this point it's getting pretty much to where it's just time to paint the characters now. Like there's probably more that I could do to the background, but it looks pretty good. I could also make these lasers look better. What sucks is that once you paint over the white, it's gone forever. Like I'll never have that pure white unless I went straight back to acrylics. Which if I like completely wiped this area off, I might be able to add more white. I think once I paint him and her, maybe the lasers will look a bit better. Right now they look a little wacky with all that other really bright color shining through. So, I don't know. I want to work on Little Miss Donut up here. I think that sounds fun. For that, I'm gonna use Payne's Gray, and I'm gonna start mixing the browns with the Payne's Gray so it stays in like a similar overall color scheme that we already have. Ooh, that was a much darker brown than I was or brighter brown than I was expecting. Where is my Payne's Gray? So we've got kind of this Payne's Gray undertone, underpainting for everything else. Let's see. A little bit. Because right now Princess Donut is a white cat. She's not white in the books. She's like a marbled browns and splotches of grays and darks. Who did it? I heard a ding, but there's no comment. Weird. Already looks so much better. Give us a like or a follow. Yeah. Says Eric Wolf liked. Thank you, Eric. Use this like Naples yellow. Like a lighter color. Looks nice. Don't want to make her look like she's got skin tone though. She's supposed to be a fluffy furry kitty. A fluffy furry kitty witty. I'll need to play with the colors a little bit. She's looking pretty cute so far. I'd like to think Donut would be proud of her painting of her. Kitty cat. She looks very like cartoony, which I kind of like. I usually paint like more semi-realistic characters, I guess. Where she almost looks a little bit like anime. But I think she looks pretty great. Little back paw sticking out. Okay, she loves your March Dragon. It's on Luke's coffee table. It's your favorite color. Nice. I'm glad she likes it. I think it's very nice. She's the March Dragon. For anyone else watching. He's very nice. I'm gonna paint her little skirt thing as well. Kind of purpley down here. So where's this like skirt tutu looking thing? Charge my headphones. Oh gosh. And to make this part look really pink, it's already there. I just need to like put some pink around it. Nice. ASAP, my goodness. That looks pretty great. A little zoom in, see Princess. Yeah, her. She looks so much better. The pretty Princess Donut, yes. Yes, shooting her death lasers. You can see the hand I was working on earlier. Did just a little bit of his chest and shoulders. And there's Carl. Yeah. Nice. Thank you for the zoom, I got you. Let's see, anywhere else I might need this color. Down here a bit. This will be the most time I've ever spent painting a booty. Some of the few comments that I saw on that Reddit post before I started streaming was, Carl needs more cake. I'm like, alright, you freaks. But okay. I just said that 3 seconds before you. Amazing. I think this is the most time I ever spent reading that I said that. Shannon's calling me. Hold on. Ring to my watch, please. Hold on. Sorry, TikTok. What's up?
I know you're in the middle of streaming.
Alright. Sorry to cut things short. Shannon needs some help with something. So, this will have to be the end of part 3. But I will hopefully be back working on this some more. We shall see. But thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and praise Tanya. Who's Tanya? Thank you everybody who's watching me on Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Be sure and give me a follow. Sub for some fun emotes. Check out the Painted Dragon Print Club. All that good stuff. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.